Bama-Georgia?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a great football game. Awesome game. I actually used it in our meeting on Sunday, that the game is never over, right? Georgia comes back in the game and scores late, and then Alabama gets the ball back, and Jalen hits Ryan Williams, first play of the drive. Just an incredible game and fun game to watch, and a game that's all about 60 minutes playing every play till the game's over.
Coach, another noontime start this week. Based on the other day, anything different you can do pregame for a quicker start, or it's just
better here? Yeah, we're gonna have better here at home or on the road.
Both, either way.
Here at home, we're gonna have better music. Let's get the crowd in there earlier. The stadium was empty. We need juice, and our players need to bring their own energy. So it's everybody working together. Get a better crowd in there earlier. Get the music better. I mean, I felt there was like a song with a violin. We're getting ready to play a football game. So I'm going to take charge of that music, pregame music at BC. Let's get the fans in there a little bit earlier, and let's get us, most importantly, get our team bringing more juice and being ready to go right from the start. We're a morning program. We should be ready to go. We practice in the morning all the time, so no excuse for us. We got to get going.
What's your DJ name?
What's my DJ name?
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
You don't have
No, Mr. DJ.
Coach, getting into ACC play, just talk about the mentality going into this now that you're getting the most important part of your schedule. Does that change at all?
I mean, we have to approach every game, in the same way. It's a very business-like approach. We have to understand that it's going to take everything we have to be able to play with and beat Virginia. Virginia's a very good team. They're 3-1, coming off of a bye, so a well-rested team. We're coming off of a hard-fought game, so they're ahead of us. So we got to catch up this week. They're a very well-coached team. I think Coach Elliott does a great job. He's done a great job wherever he's been. They're tough. They're tough in all three phases. Very difficult team to stop on our defense versus their offense, and a very difficult team to go against, for our offense against their defense. So it's going to be a big challenge.
Hey, Coach, how's Tommy doing? We saw him back out here today in full force.
Yeah, I think he's doing all right. I thought he showed up ready to go today and had a decent practice, and Grayson will be ready to go. So, we have two guys that can play, no doubt about it.
Having played in the SEC, Big Ten team, the Conference USA team, do you feel like those differences in conference styles, do you go in ACC play as you better prepared for the rest of the slate?
Okay, so ask that again. I'm thoroughly confused.
Having played, like an SEC team, Big Ten team, different kind of conferences,
I got
do you
you.
feel like, have you better prepared for it?
Yeah, I really, when it comes down to this, conferences and all that, the teams that we've played, the most recent team, Western Kentucky, was a very, very good team. So the conference that they play in, I believe that they have a great shot to win that conference. Michigan State is an excellent team, very well-coached team, tough team. So regardless of conference, those guys were well-coached teams, and hopefully, definitely prepare us for ACC schedule. When you look at the ACC from top to bottom, whatever you want to, I shouldn't even use that top. I'm just saying all the teams, very evenly matched league, well-coached, a lot of great coaches in this league. Just talked about Tony Elliott. This guy's, look at his resume. Got a great resume, and very, very difficult team to go against. So I think the ACC's right up there. I've read where the Big Ten and the SEC's coming together on a schedule. Well, maybe we can fit the ACC into that little negotiation too, because I think the ACC is a very good conference. That's my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased, but ACC should not be forgotten.
How's Max Tucker doing?
I think he's doing okay. I think that'll be a work in progress.
Did Cam Arnold's effort kind of get lost from Donovan's effort? But when you look at what he did.
Yeah, Donovan played an excellent game, but Cam came up huge with that interception. Cam plays good all the time.
Yeah, okay.
He's just a very consistent guy. It's very rare that Cam Arnold has a bad play. He's a really good player, tough, consistent, same guy every day, like great captain. Everything you're looking for in a BC player. When you look at Cam and you look at Donovan and Ozzie Trapillo, guys like that, you wish you had them for 5 years. You don't have them for that long, so you're very appreciative of the way they play and the effort they bring.
You used to be able to have them that long.
Well, they're going into their last year, you know what I mean? So they're seniors.
Coach, what have you seen from the tight ends? Obviously not a ton of offensive production, but on film, are they doing what you want them to do?
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremiah and Kamari have had good years. They're doing a good job blocking. Jeremiah was more involved in the passing game on Saturday. But they're very good players. Very, very glad that we have them on our team. Good teammates, care about the team. Again, two guys that it's exactly what you're looking for in a BC guy.
Coach, can I just ask about Friends of the Heights really quick and kind of the relationship with the team? I talked with Scott Mutrin a little bit just about kind of how that relationship works, and like you've said and reiterated, a lot of times, it's not really, you're not coming to BC for a pay-for-play system or a pay-to-win system. It's the guys who are valued the highest tier of NIL have to do the most work to receive money and compensation, and I was just kind of wondering what your take on that system is, and then if you've received any kind of good feedback from the players on the type of work that they're doing to receive compensation, the type of charitable work that they're doing.
Yeah, I think it's probably a two-pronged question that you're asking there. I think eventually it has to be regulated. I'm not talking about anything other than there has to be a governing body that comes in and regulates it and gives us rules to work by, because each institution, it's kind of up to each one on their own as to how they want to do it. We believe it'll never be ever, and it is not right now, a pay-for-play. That's not what it is. It's name, image, and likeness. Our guys, in our program, in relative to the Friends of the Heights, they deal with the Friends of the Heights. I don't really get that involved with that part of it. I will tell you the Friends of the Heights are a great organization, and they do a fantastic job, run by great BC guys like Joe Popolo and Brian Tusa and Scott Mutrin and, the guys that run it. Doug Phillips with Accelerate Sports does a really good job of helping us as BC athletic community as to giving us advice and things like that. But in the end, it's got to be regulated. But I will reiterate that, I believe this, and people always ask me this question, but Boston College, if you're coming to Boston College to make money from Friends of the Heights, you should probably look somewhere else. We'll be a part of that. We'll have a plan for that, but we have so much more to offer, so much more. I mean, look at the degree. When you graduate from Boston College with a degree, and then maybe you could combine that with playing pro football. Maybe you don't. You just go into the workforce and get an incredible job. I think the starting salary last year for the graduating class was like close to $100,000 for students that went right to the workforce. This is a place that is a life-changing place. Boston College is a life-changing place. So we'll be a part of the NIL landscape, but that will never be what it's all about here at BC.
Yeah, and then from those kind of high-profile players like Tommy or Donovan, have you heard any kind of experience that they've had doing the sort of work that Friends of the Heights is asking them?
Yeah, that's a great question too. And I'll say this, I think that I do get a lot of feedback, and they love it. They love going down to Rosie's place. They love working at the homeless shelter for veterans. They love working at the campus school, which is near and dear to my wife Colleen and I, our heart, with our son Jack. They do a lot of different things around the city of Boston that I think are awesome. I'm only listing a few. I mean, we could probably get you a list of all the things that they do, and I would say that about all the sports. I've never been at a place, and I've been at some great places, don't get me wrong, that does more in the community than Boston College. Like the way that we give back and really live the theme of what BC is, a man and a woman for others. We live that every day at BC, especially these student athletes.
Yeah, in terms of the athletics or just everybody in the student community?
I'm talking about everybody in the student community, but just specifically to athletics. I think all the teams do a great job of giving back and working in the community at different places, no doubt about it.
Just comment on getting better first half production.
Yeah, I mean, so it's very specific to the beginning of a drive. So on offense, we call it P and 10, the first play of a drive. So on P and 10, we don't average many yards,
right,
whether it's a run or a pass. So we're in 2nd and 9, we're in 2nd and 10, way too much. We got to try to do a better job at the start of the drive. I think that'll help us stay on schedule. And vice versa on defense, we give up too much. And it's not always that way. I mean, it ends up shaking itself out in the second half. But, when they're in 3rd and 2 offensively all the time, it's hard on the defense. We got to get these teams off schedule, and it's hard. These teams have really good quarterbacks, athletic quarterbacks. But we have to do a better job at the start of the drive.
Just big picture, can you take an overall look at where you're at, just as a team, where you want to get to from here?
I don't really get into that. I think, right now we are what we are. It's the old saying, right? Coach Parcells said, you are what your record says you are, so we're 4-1. Whatever that means, you guys determine that. What I try to do is get better every day. Me, the coaches, and the players. If we can keep adopting that theme of improvement every single day. My dad used to say all the time, like, really, it's the team and the person that improves every single day, the player that improves every single day that'll be where you want to be at the end. And that's what we have to do. We can't think about, hey, where do we want to be in 7 games? That's a terrible way to approach it. We need to think about where do we want to be today, tomorrow for practice, and by the time we hit the field on Saturday, are we at our peak performance level for that game, and then take it one play at a time. That's really how we try to think about it.
Coach, Virginia quarterback, Anthony Calandria,
Yeah.
I believe his name. Can you just tell me what you think about him and, his performance?
Yeah,
so far?
very impressive. Got a strong arm. I think he's from St. Petersburg, Florida. I can see why he's their starting quarterback. He runs a show. Everything centers around him. He's got really good running ability, escapability. They have a lot of quarterback runs. This will be a very difficult offense to defend. They have 2 really good backs that are really different type of players, good players. They have 3 really good wide receivers that I think are really, really good. And then they have a tight end that I think is excellent. And then their offensive line. Their center is one of the best centers in the conference, like Drew Kendall that we have here. They have a really good center there. So it's going to be a big challenge for us.
All right, thanks,
That was
Coach.
good. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.